We are live. Dan's Den number 30 is here and ready to go. And I'm just about to send an email out to a bunch of people because I need to. All right, that's why I need to. I tried to do it earlier, but of course, the computer decided at that point to go, hey, here's an idea. How about I crash? What do you think? What do you think if I shut down and stopped working for a moment? How about I just stop and like just mess around with stuff? Is that cool? Should I do that? And it did that literally at 10 to 12 when I really wanted to get everything sorted out. But instead, here I am not getting things sorted out. And honestly, it's just a little bit frustrating. Just a little bit. So I just want to quickly do this now. And okay, cool. And get this together. So is there a way for me to send them to people? I don't know. Oh, I said, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, good. All right, then. There. And I do that. I think that's it. Boom. Yes. And I send the update. Good. Okay. That's it. Done. Excellent. All right. I think that's it. I don't think I need to email anyone else. I think we're fine. That's great. So we're here. Hooray. Yes. And it's been sent. I can tell because all the stuff has come back. Hooray. Good. I need to sort out my day. And actually, there's one more thing I need to do as well. So I'm going to do that all while I'm live here, because I'm a very responsible person who doesn't, leave everything to the last minute and doesn't wait until the last minute to do things. I'm very responsible. I get everything done at the appropriate time. So there's no overlap of my tasks. Everything is I do this, then I finish it, then I start the next one, then I finish that, then I start the next one. I'm absolutely not live while doing another thing at the same time. That is absolutely not what's happening. What I'm doing with my eyes is I'm watching a bug fly around my screen, and I am just making sure that it doesn't fly into my face. So I'm keeping my eyes on it, just to maintain that focus and sticking to it. That's all really. There we go. Boom. Right. Cool. Okay. Done. And done looking at the bug on the screen. Definitely done with that. Totally finished with it. Nothing else to worry about. Let me pick my quote for the day. Now, what I'm being naughty here because I'm not actually letting it. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, excellent. Now then, let's have a look at this for a second. Oh, yes, of course. Do you know what? Why didn't I think of this before? Honestly, yeah, this is good. Oh, I might go through some of this, because actually this will be really handy. Yeah. Let me go through this. Okay. I'll ask the guys and see what we'd like to talk about. Yeah, I'll ask the guys because they're not here yet. So I'm literally talking to myself. I'll just ask the guys, Dan. Yeah, let me ask the guys. I'll see what they think. Do you think that's a good idea? I think that's a good idea to ask the guys. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Dan. I'm talking to me because no one else is here. So it's just you and me here. Absolutely fine. We'll ask the guys and let's see when they turn up. We'll see what happens. Yes. Yep, that sounds about right. Good things. What have we got planned for the weekend, people? I'm going to talk to myself continuously, but I'm saying I'm at the end of the Marvel story and I'm getting really excited because I watched Infinity War. A bit of backstory. I watched Infinity War by myself. It was during a period where I just realized that I just broken up with a partner, and we're to this day. I'm thinking it was such a minute thing, such a minute problem that was actually a really big one in terms of our values and our base beliefs. That it was literally, I just thought, you know what, somewhere down the line, this is going to not be very good for us. Whether it's the way we raise our children or the way that we spend our money, something is not going to work out here. So I had to leave. And, there was still moments of like, oh, that's such a shame. But at the same time, it just wasn't going to work. So I broke up with that relationship. And again, not really regretting it because at the same time now, not only did I do a lot of stuff that made me happy after that, but obviously like my relationship now is everything that I could ask for. So I now kind of look at that as a really sensible decision. But afterwards, I really needed to spend a lot of time by myself because I was like, you really need to figure stuff out here. because it was a case of I broke up with someone where they were technically good for me, but not good enough for me. And I wasn't good enough for them either. So I had to take a lot of time by myself. And one of the things I started to do was go to the cinema by myself. By the way, going to the cinema by yourself is a great experience to have. Really great. I went to see Infinity War. I hadn't really watched many of the Marvel films before. I think I'd seen Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. And then that was it. Yeah. I hadn't even seen the Thor films. I'd only seen Iron Man, even though Spider-Man, hadn't seen him. So watching Infinity War and all the films up until that point, I think, had I seen Ant-Man? I don't even know if I'd seen Ant-Man by that point. But, I mean, it didn't matter because Ant-Man isn't in Infinity War, to my best knowledge. He's not, no. So Ant-Man's not in Infinity War. But I basically hadn't watched it. And I hadn't watched any of I didn't know it. I didn't know the backstory of Thor, Captain America. I kind of knew about Hulk already, but not like the full story. Nothing about, what's his name? Not Hawk. Sparrow. Oh, Jesus, I've forgotten his name. The guy with the bow and arrow. It's just really embarrassing because I don't know his name. Is it Hawk? Because I thought Hawk was the black dude with the wings, Sam. Whatever. And what do you want? What's going on? Do you want to cuddle? Again, here we go. Do you want to cuddle? I didn't know much about them. So, yeah, the whole Infinity War was a mess because the way it starts, I don't want to ruin it, but actually it's the beginning of the film. The beginning of the film, like, a whole bunch of people die. A whole bunch of people are already dead. And it's in the middle of chaos. And I'm like, what the hell happened? I'm saying, like, what happened? Can someone explain to me what's going on here? And it really got me curious because I was thinking, man, I really got to catch up because obviously some shit went down previously to this that I don't know about. Oh, I had seen Avengers Assemble and Age of Ultron, but again, out of order, completely out of order. So I wasn't connecting any of the base story or any of that stuff. It was all just like, here's a cool film to watch. So I watched Infinity War by myself and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it inspired me to want to watch all the other films and come together with it. And so watching it again now, after watching all the films in sequence, really, really brings everything together really nicely. And it really, really does. All the tiny, there are even moments in the film that were invisible to me previously because they didn't connect to anything. They were like empty moments of a film. But now suddenly the film feels a lot fuller because I'm getting all these little scenes that I'm like, oh, that's what they meant. That's what they were talking about. Right. And there were some scenes I'm like, I don't even remember that little bit, that tiny little, that sentence that someone says. I don't remember that line because it didn't connect to anything. It felt like a bit of a, what are you talking about? But now it's like, oh, you're talking about that. Right. Okay. And it just amazing. So I can't wait to watch Ant-Man versus Wasp or Ant-Man and Wasp. And then Endgame. I'm really excited about it because Endgame is going to be so much bigger and more impactful when that comes around. So yeah, really excited about that. And then apparently it turns out that actually some delivery services are still open, food delivery services. So my partner and I might have a little celebration tonight because she's reached a milestone at work. So well done to her. Very good news. Oh, coffee resin. This is tea today. I'm not having coffee because I told you about my little health blip. So no more coffee, less coffee, more tea. Still caffeine, but not as much caffeine. Not like the heavy hitting caffeine. It's a slow burning caffeine. And I'm sticking to the tea today. It's tea today. That's what it is today. Not coffee, tea. And then, of course, water as well. I'm doing the water as well. So slowly. Oh, that's good tea. Oh, that's good tea. That's good tea. I love it. 2 sugars and milk. And almond milk as well. Not just like regular semi-skim milk. Almond milk. Almond milk. What do you say? Almond? Are you an almond person or an almond person? No. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Were you supposed to be pinned down by something? I think you were supposed to be pinned down by something. Where's your pin? There's your pin. Why are you not pinned in? Oh, you are naughty. Honestly, my hair's... My partner's going to do my hair this weekend because it really is. You can't... I mean, from there, to be fair, you might not really know. It might just look fine, right? To you. What is that? Oh, there you go. It might look fine, right? And it's a style, and it's there, and so on. But actually, if I get closer and closer, you start to see that there's lots of hairs. I mean, normally, the way that I wanted my hair dreaded wasn't to be perfect. So there's always going to be a few loose hairs. But actually, there's a lot of loose hairs around this area here. A lot. And this guy, if I pull that out, actually, you can see where they all kind of start to show up a bit more. So I'm going to get them all tied in and connected in and behaved, because right now they're not behaving at all. They're being naughty. And also I just need to cut the sides here and, you know, do all that and do a whole facial rejig of the furniture on my face. So yeah, that should be good. So what else? This is number 30. So this is the 30th episode of DansDen Live, and you know, it's funny. Of all the things that I said I wanted to do with this channel, I actually have to make a confession here. This is definitely a form of habit. With all the things I wanted to do with this channel, I didn't get into a rhythm with it. The reason this worked and the reason this maintained was because it was the same time every single day. And I had to be here at the same time every single day. So that I didn't really have much of a choice in going, oh, you know, I'm just not going to do it today. Whereas with the other stuff, because I could have posted it whenever and wherever, however, it kind of just fell to the wayside. It was just like, no, I don't have to do that. Actually, there's nothing really holding me to that. Then no one's got a gun to my head, so I can just not. And because of things, I was like, no, I'm not going to then. I just didn't. But this I have to do. And I like the fact that I stuck to this for so long, and it's great. Do you want to come up? Come on, you're looking at me like you just want to come up. Come on then. Whee! There we go. Yeah, like just stuck to it. Just on a daily basis, just kept doing it. And that became the thing. So I'm glad that we're still here, and I'm glad that we're still going. Although it has been 10 minutes now and no one has turned up, which is new. This is different. Certainly is something different. It is Friday, isn't it? 1st of May. Oh, it's the 1st of May. I'm going to change that on my watch. It's Friday the 1st of May. Where is everyone? Where are you all? Is it because it's a nice day outside, so you're all just kind of chilling a little bit? Oh, it's 12 minutes past. I've gone too far. I'm going to change the date. There we go. It's the 1st. There we are. That's the one. 1st. Oop. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's nice outside. That's true. I don't know if the weather's nice over in wherever you are, but it's nice outside down there in Bristol. So maybe that's why. Maybe all just decide to go out for the day. Who knows? Hello, you. So right, I picked a quote for today, and I'm going to go through it. Oh God, have I actually laid it in here? I did, and I'm going to go with 2 of these. There's 2. Of these quotes that I actually really like. So the first one is, don't be afraid of greatness. Of course, there's a curse word in there, so you're just going to ignore that. But don't be afraid of greatness. Now, I know that there's this common theme around that I've talked about before around, you know, don't and nots and negatives and stuff like that, and how bad that is. But I think ultimately, to bring it to it, is to, I think the quote wants to be, in my opinion, lean into greatness, lean into it. There's nothing wrong, and I don't think there's anything really to lose about leaning into what you feel makes you great and leaning into that continuously, onwards and onwards and onwards and onwards continuously. Because I know that there still, I know that there's this thing about what's the point in trying and what's the point. Oh God, you dribbled on me, you gross bastard. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's this thing about, you know, what's the point in trying, and oh, what if I fail, and you know, I'm not going to be able to, and not everyone can have it all. And we have so many professional excuses around why we shouldn't try to do more with our lives and why we shouldn't try to do more with ourselves. But at the end of the day, it's just like, well, is that all? For you to think, first of all, about what you would like in your life, right? No matter how big or small, are you really going to let a simple line, right? A simple script, just a simple statement stop you from having that? Is that it? That's it. You know, is that all that it's going to take, really? Because at the end of the day, you've got you. And I know I've said this before. At the end of the day, it's you. It's your life. It's what you're going to do with it. And hopefully at some point, everyone grows to come to this place where they're like, hang on a minute. Hang on a second. Nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. I mean, I realize that it's not worth it. But actually, all the stuff that's happening is always happening. All the stuff that I feel is getting my way is always there. So actually, what's the point in me not trying? Nothing is changing here. Am I actually waiting for what's the word? Am I waiting for the impossible? Am I waiting for something that's never going to happen for me to change? And I think some people do grow into that place where they're like, do you know what? No, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to change it up and do it differently. Some people get there. I don't think everyone does. And that's a shame, because it means that people will go to their deathbeds, like, still have given up. Some of them come to their realization and they're like, oh, I could have done this and I could have done that. Some of them literally go to their beds being like, it was always hopeless. There was no point. What was the point in this life? And it's just, to me, it's unfortunate because there is a possibility. And I think we get afraid because it's so different to the normalization of mediocrity, of being satisfied, being content with the middle ground, right? And we don't think, well, what could change if I just did this one little thing? What could change if I actually just asked that little bit more of myself? What could change if I actually pushed a little bit further to be more positive with myself? What could change? What could be the thing? And I guess that really speaks to what they're talking about. You know, don't be afraid to be great, because there's only greatness to achieve from it. And maybe not. And I'll speak to this part. Maybe you don't get everything you ask for. So what? You get more of the things you ask for, right? That you would get more of the things you ask for, more than what you would ask for now, right? You're going down because you're getting your nails in my legs and you've got fur everywhere. Look at this, bloody hell. Yeah, you get more of what you ask for. And is that so bad to get more of what you ask for? I don't think so. I mean, just imagine having more. Imagine having, you know, more fun with your friendships, having more wonderful good times with your partners, having more money, having more positive thoughts, more, not a totality of those things, but more. And that's still it. But if you're not going to even try, then you don't even get more. You end up with less all the time, constantly. And it kind of begets its own misery, really. What's wrong with just a little bit more? Just a little bit, you know? So that's that one. Don't be afraid of greatness. Also, sometimes greatness comes with great power comes great responsibility. And I think the same comes with great sense of greatness comes this element or assumed level of responsibility. And there's some truth to that. Yes, the more that you become an influencer of some sort or in your social circle, the more empowered you become. This is cat hair everywhere. The more people are going to come to you for guidance, for inspiration, for work, for knowledge, and so on. How do you become so happy? How did you become so solid? How did you become like this? And you're going to feel like it's your responsibility and it's on your shoulders to give that to other people. When actually it's not always at all. Not always. And it's not to say that you become less than great. It's just that sometimes you have to protect yourself by going, look, I can certainly share with you A, B, C, D, and E. I'm going to get a tissue. Sorry, I'm just covered in hair. You can say, like, yes, I'm going to help you with this, that, and the other. But actually, I don't have the capacity to share this part with you, or I can't tell you that right now. Or actually, I don't know the answer to that right now. You know, maybe find a book or find it in yourself, or, you know, don't come to me because I don't have a clue. I was just living my life and things worked out really well. And that could be that. You know, that could be the thing. But sometimes, yes, that does become an issue of itself. Let's see if this works. It definitely doesn't work. What I'm doing is I'm using a wet towel to get rid of the hair, but no, it doesn't work like that. I'm just basically making my t-shirt wet. It doesn't work like this at all. Yeah, so that becomes that. I need to find a bin up. I need a bin up here. Oh, there's one. I know where there's one. Hang on. I'm going to finish the next quote in a second, but I'm just going to get rid of all this. Right. I'm going to say. It's definitely the work of a roller. I'm going to have to vacuum the floor as well. Oh, I definitely looked up more vacuum cleaners too, because they look so great. They look really, really great. So, yes, definitely looked up more of those. The next quote was, when you come to a roadblock, take a detour. Now, I do like this. I disagree with it slightly, but I think this is where there's nuance. There's so many nuances in any kind of personal development statement, and one of the personal development statements is, you know, when you come across a difficulty. Hey, Twigsy, what's up? When you come across a difficulty, you know, you've got to work on it and look at it and address it and dig into it. And I've said this before. But actually, I like this one because actually it says there is another option, which is not to take the route directly through that issue. Maybe sometimes when you hit a problem, you can circumnavigate it, look around it, and say, Twigsy, you're the only person in here. I've been talking to myself for the last 18 minutes. And you know what? It's good that you're here, because usually I say 15 minutes and I'm done. But I thought, no, let me just go on a little bit longer. I was going to get to the end of explaining this quote. And if no one was here, I was going to be like, right, you know, no one's here. That's fine. Hope everyone's having a good time. I'll catch you on Monday, but you're here. So that's good. Welcome. How are you? How are you doing? Have you managed to get things sorted out? Because I did get your emails yesterday. Oh, Veronica's here. Veronica, when were you here? I've only got two. Oh, right. Everyone's okay. Right. We're all turning up now. But I mean, you had me chatting to myself for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Where the hell have you been? Oh, man. You're just stressing me out. Sitting there by myself, talking to myself for 20 minutes. I was actually explaining the quotes. I was doing the quotes. I had two quotes I had to do because I was waiting for you guys. Where were you? 12 p.m. What? Hello. Hello. What is this? You are making me drink my tea. I've drunk half my tea already. But I can't share with you now. Mad. Angry. You see, this is my angry face. So angry. How's everyone doing? How are you? Are we well? Are we well? How are we doing? Talk to me. Because then I'm going to go through the second quote. I'll go through that one. Because I just started it when you guys turned up. We all well? We all good? We all fine? What's happening? What's happening? I'm good, thank you, Veronica. I'm good. I slept well last night. Woke up after a really chill morning. And then I've got a nice kind of reasonably busy day ahead. It's my partner's last day at the office she's working at. Same company. She's staying at the same company, but moving offices. So she's kind of celebrating, but she's so tired. I would like to celebrate her last day, but she's so tired that we might not be able to. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to do the laundry, get the washing up done, do the back stuff I'm doing anyway. So it's not like I'm doing this as a gift. I do this anyway, but I want to get it done so that when she gets back, she can automatically walk into a home that feels like there are no chores to do. Like her mind can just relax and she doesn't have to worry about stuff. Because usually I know her, she comes in and if she sees something to do, she'll do it. So I basically was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that anymore. So obviously I'm home. So I try to do all the things, just like not everything, but most things that take her attention away. So that when she gets back, she can just chill. So yeah, we go on. She's good. Twigsy's good. I'm going to start the log thing today. I'm also still procrastinating homework, even though I've got a list. That's okay. That's fine. That is fine. You know, I think it reaches a thing where there's actually a whole thing about procrastination. Do you know what? Let me have a look if that's in here. One second. I actually pointed this out, right? And I thought, do you know what? This would actually be a really good book to do sometimes. And actually what we could, instead of going through it beginning to end, what I thought might be good, would actually asking you guys what you would like to look at, and then I can see if it's in here. One second. It must be under. Come on. It's got to be in here. No. I'm just trying to see if I can find where this might come in. Oh, here we go. 101. It's an activity. Priorities. My priorities. Okay. Right. So here we go. Right. You're not. So hi, Vicky. Hello, Vicky. Hi. Hi, Vicky. I don't know if you can hear me. Hello. Hi. There we go. I think that'll do it. Good. You don't even know what the deadline is for all the homework. Well, here's the thing. The way that I perceive procrastination is there's so many different ways of looking at it, and some people have said it's a benefit. There's a good thing to it. Some people say that you know, obviously it's not good. But it's all a case of why we're not doing what we need to do, right? That's really the question. Is it because there's more important things that we really need to be done? Is it because we are afraid of something? Sometimes procrastination comes down to a fear of getting it all wrong. Procrastination is often connected with perfectionism. If I'm not going to do it completely 100% really well, then I'm not doing it at all. And that can lead people to a place where they hold it off because they're thinking, well, I know it's going to be crap. It's going to be crap. It's going to be crap. So they don't do it at all. And then at the last minute, ironically, self-fulfilled prophecy, it becomes a deadline. They've got like a day to do it. They rush it. It's not very good anyway. And then the cycle is repeated. But what we do is instead of learning and going, oh, if I just do it now, I can do it better. We go, I'm going to leave it again because it was going to be crap like it was last time, not realizing that we did exactly the same thing we're doing again. And it ends up being bad again. So what needs to happen is, again, it's prioritizing, right? But also it's about nailing down an accountability, right? So I'm going to read this, but I don't know if this is going to say it. So I'll read this first. So what this is it's called Activity 1/4, My Priorities, right? And the idea is apparently the worksheet, right? And for me, apparently it's to build rapport with a young person and strengthen the coaching relationship. To encourage the young person to set her priorities, there we go, look, and begin to explore goal setting and coaching. Right. This activity can help to build an initial relationship with young people, gathering information about their interests and passions and potential issues of concern in a non-threatening manner. I don't know how you do it in a threatening manner. Tell me what you love or I'll kill you. I don't understand how that's supposed to work, but whatever. This activity can also be repeated at the end of a coaching relationship as a measurement tool to explore whether the young person's self-perception has changed over the course of coaching. Yeah. Right. So explore worksheet 7. My priorities, completing each box together. The young person can add words, phrases, Okay, so these are basically things that are important to you. What things are important to you? At this stage of the coaching relationship, the focus should be on information gathering, relationship building, and Right, so hang on. If a child cannot identify anything to write or draw within a particular category, prompt her thinking with open questions such as, if you have a whole day to do whatever you liked, what would you do? If someone gave you a lot of money, how would you spend it? How would your friends describe you? What words might your parents or guardians use to describe you? Right, so that's actually not really at all it. So what I would suggest, Twigsy, and I was actually funny, I was talking about this at the beginning of this day. The reason that I have really stuck to the live, we've got to live number 30 with this, right? And I'm still going. I'm consistent. Every day I log in at 12 p.m. Now, to be really honest, 12 p.m. is a really awkward time for me to do the live. It really was. It's right in the middle of the day. And the problem is it hugs a rather key part of the day, which is lunchtime, where actually a lot of other people are generally going to be available. So I need to shift a lot of stuff around this. And it means that I can't really do anything from 11:30 onwards because, of course, I'm setting up to do this. And then I can't really book anything until like 2 p.m. at the latest because, again, I don't know how long this will run on for. But then also we can finish at 1:30 and I can have empty space. So I'm like, oh, crap, what do I do? And I can't really start anything because half an hour goes like that. Or we can finish at 1 and I've got an hour. And again, I'm like, what can I do? What can I squeeze in here? So 12 p.m. becomes a bit of an awkward time. But 12 p.m. is the time that I said I would be online. 12 p.m. every day. Bang. Like, that's it. That on the money. And because I know that you are expecting me to be online at 12 p.m. every day, I can't fall back on that. I cannot not be here at 12 p.m. every single day. I can't. I have to be here every single day. Now, I will say very quickly that I do enjoy these, by the way. But I think the only thing that I play on is I hope that, you know, the viewers bring stuff to talk about and it's entertaining and fun for them as it is for me. I hope we have fun, basically. That's what I hope. I hope we have fun. But other than that, it's cool. Like, fine, have a good time, great. But that's it. I set a time. Because if I said I go live every day and I go live at 9, then 10, then 2 in the afternoon, then 3 in the morning, it's inconsistent. It's harder for me to really decide when I'm going to go live, and it's harder for me to commit to it. So what you need to do is for homework, you need to give yourself a time of the day, 2 till 3, 9 till 10, 11 till 12, 12 till 2. You need to give yourself a regular time every single day where you are working. That's what you need to do. And the reason I say just 1 hour or 2 hours a day is because that what you'll realize is you still have a hell of a lot of time outside of that 1 hour. You've got so much time outside of that 1 hour, right? You have time to do YouTube, watch YouTube, read a book, draw something. You've got so much time. But in that 1 hour that you can pick, be it the beginning of the day, the end of the day, the middle of the day, to break up all your other activities, pick that time and make that. And this is the challenge is for you is that because no one else has a stake in that time, you have to hold yourself to that time. You have to do that, right? And it could even be, let's say, 1 hour after the live, after every live that we are done, right? When we're finished, 1 hour, you do the thing. Or you could say at 11 a.m., you're going to do your work. And then by 12, you know you have to come online. So you have to be finished by 12 anyway. So as long as you're starting by 11, by 12 p.m., you know you need to be done because you need to jump on the live with me. And then that's it. And then literally when this is done, your day is done. You don't have to worry about work because you've done work. You don't have to worry about any other obligations because you've had that time to do it. And you'll only get to that place where you'll see the value after the first time you've done it. Because when this live finishes, or even when you start this live, right, and you can tell yourself, I've done my work. My 1 hour of the day is complete. I've done it. You can tell yourself, I don't have to worry about this for another 24 hours. I can do whatever I like until 11 a.m. tomorrow, whatever I like. And it doesn't have to be work, right? Yeah, so you might do it at 11. And when you start to get into that feeling and how good that feels, you'll feel more motivated to sit down at 11 because you'll want that feeling again at 12 o'clock. So literally 12 o'clock, boom, your day's free, you're done. And 11 a.m., you're like, cool, an hour of work, fine, throw some music on, set a timer, we're good to go. And then in that hour, which honestly could fly by, and you might get a lot more done in that hour than you realize, sit down, get it done, 12 p.m., boom, again, wow, I don't need to worry about that anymore. Done, finished. And that's where the procrastination also becomes less of a problem because what you're saying is, this is the time I need to do this. And I'll even give you this much to make it easier. You've already set your list, your to-do list, right, of things you need to focus on. Yeah, a little bit. If you wanted to, and this still counts, right? This still counts, is 11 a.m. Your first thing you want to do is decide how you want to split up that time. Do you want to have an hour of just focusing on the thing that you need to focus on? Or do you want to break it into half an hour of the top priority thing and then half an hour of the second priority thing? So you're getting to it once, or do you want to give it a whole hour? And you can spend that first hour, literally tomorrow, first hour, and it still counts as work, this is how I'm going to spend, not tomorrow, Monday. This is how I'm going to spend this time. And that means then from that point on, Tuesday, boom, you're doing half an hour of that, half an hour of that, done. And then the next day, half an hour of that, or however you planned it. But day one can be planning. Because again, the more planning you put in place, the less opportunity there is for procrastination to take hold. Planning is really important, which is why I was also saying at the beginning of this live, I don't post any of the other videos because I haven't given myself a schedule of when I want to sit down and record. I didn't. I just went, I might record a video here. I might record a video here, and eventually I just realized I didn't have to. So I didn't. Whereas this, I have to. 12 p.m., I have to be here. So I am. So, and this has gone on really well. Ethan, hello, welcome to the room. Hello, buddy. How are you doing? You doing well today? All well? Veronica says, do you know what? I do try and stick to something. Basically, before bed, I write a list of things I want to do the next day. I do it in my list of notes. Some days it's one thing, and other days it can be 20. What have I missed? So far, Ethan. Oh, I'll finish Veronica's note, and then I'll come back to you, Ethan. My phone and I take a screenshot of it, and then set it on my home screen so I keep setting it and I don't forget it. How does that go, Veronica? Because that sounds like a really good plan as well. I used to do that when I had an ongoing thing with like my coffee. When I was telling myself, these are the things I wanted to do every day, one of them was not having coffee before or after 10 a.m. And I put a list. I did exactly the same thing, Veronica. And it works quite well. Good. Yeah, absolutely. Because whenever you look at your phone, you're literally able to look at the things that you need to get done. And it just makes you feel so much more productive. That's a great idea, Veronica. Nicely done. So you could do that, Twigsy. You could plan it on your phone, say 11 a.m., half an hour of this, 11:30, half an hour of that. And then you can tell yourself this is, and again, it's so important that you're able to say, this is all I need to do. Your mind might go, oh, what about that? You can go, no, that's not on my list. That is not on my list. This is what I need to focus on right now. I'm going to stick to this. And that can really, really hammer it home. What have you missed, Ethan? So we were talking about procrastinating and getting stuff done. and how best to organize and manage your time so that you're able to get stuff done and plan in good time for getting stuff done. Because yeah, if you're not putting certain strict times in place for things to happen, there's a risk that nothing happens, and that basically can fold over to the next day, to the next day, to the next day, where you're just not getting things done, and it can build up not just as a workload, but as a pressure and stressor on your head. So yeah. Well, again, okay, so maybe not on your phone, Twigsy, but you can certainly put it down on a piece of paper. And actually, if you have a calendar, that works. But anywhere where you can clearly see it, you know, on your bedroom door, on your computer screen, anywhere, and you just make a list, right? You don't always finish everything off, which is fine, and I just set off for the next day. Or if it's not that important, I put it at the bottom of the list and just do it on a day I have more time. Great, that's great, Veronica. Twigsy, I'm going to point out that you sound like, you know, this sounds like something that's going to be brand new to you. So what I would say is Veronica's technique is great, but I would put a limit on the number of to-dos you have on your list. I would suggest that, because if you say you've got 20 things to do and you're starting off with this, what that could do is overwhelm you and bring you back to stage one of procrastination, where you're like, I've got so much to do today. It's too much. I can't do it. And then nothing gets done. I would give yourself make one thing the study, and then I would give yourself maximum 4 other things that you would like to do, a maximum, right? And then start there. And as you can see those things getting done, then you can start building. Sounds like Veronica might have been doing this for some time, or at least Veronica's developed a mindset of, you know, get things done. Whereas Twigsy, you said you're the lord of procrastination. So your ability to just get things done really needs to work from the ground up. So I would limit it to 1 study and 4 other things that are important, and then work from there. But yeah, piece of paper, anything like that, write it down. What do I need to do tomorrow? And then there you go. In fact, I might start doing that as well, because I think that's a really, really good idea. Really good idea. Definitely. Yeah. Actually, ooh. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's what I would suggest. I'm thinking if I could build a resource for you guys for that. Although, I mean, Veronica, you've already got it sorted, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Literally start off with one thing, and instead of setting it as my home screen, I just set a reminder. I mean, that's the other thing. You can have I don't know if your Nokia has a calendar in it or anything like that, or even an alarm. I don't know if your Nokia has an alarm function where you can put a title on it. But if you got 11 a.m. study time on your phone at like quarter to 11, I don't know how basic your Nokia is, but quarter to 11 alarm, work, and then you've got 15 minutes to get yourself ready, sat down for 11 o'clock, and then you can start. But that can be it. In fact, that can be a great starting point, Twigsy. Week 1, just one thing. The one thing you need to do today, because I believe that's all that's playing on you at the moment, is just how much your homework's backed up. That's the only thing that seems to be playing on you. So just leave it at that one thing. And at least you can tell yourself in that 1 hour of work that you're able to get done, you can say, I'm working on it. And that way you're slowly building up. So yeah. But you can set alarms. There you go. There you go. Yeah. And then, of course, you can come to this live being like, got some, and then, you know what, if you wanted me to, I can even ask you, have you got the work done? You know, it's kind of an accountability, just to make sure, because then you'll know that if you're not going to sit down at 11, I'm going to be asking, have you done it at 12? So you're going to have that little bit of extra pressure to be like, well, I better get it done. I've got no choice, because I am going to have to say to Dan, yes, I've got my work done, or no, I haven't, right? And I'll tell you, I'll put it this way: if you want, Twigsy, actually, no, that might not work. What I could do is, if you come to me and you say, do you know what, I wasn't able to do it today, I'll have forfeits in place. But you can let me know if you want me to do that. If you'd rather I didn't do that, I won't do it. But you know, I can help you basically and hold you accountable to it. That's your call. That's your call for sure. Right. Wait a minute. Actually, have I got? So actually, I picked 2 quotes today. I've already gone over the first one, but these are 2 quotes today that might help. So, don't be afraid of greatness is the first one. Don't be afraid of what you can do. And I think there's a truth to this. I've already gone into this in detail, but basically what it means is that there is a fear of greatness because we feel like there's a heavy responsibility behind greatness. But actually what's funny is as we become bigger, better people, as we grow in our knowledge base and our understanding of things, as we develop a greater sense of self, we evolve into understanding that. And I don't think we outgrow ourselves. I think we grow perfectly well into, you know, what we are. So we can move into greatness and feel fine moving into greatness. We just maybe, you know, might have an accountability person there just to make sure that we're keeping track of that. The other one, when you come to a roadblock, take a detour. Again, when you hit a challenge, don't necessarily feel like you have to always hit that challenge face on. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Let me try a different route around this. Let me circumnavigate this and see what happens if I take a different route. Or is this a challenge? Is this a roadblock I want to actually go through? Maybe this roadblock is telling me to take the detour because maybe this isn't the way I actually want to go. Maybe this is actually a roadblock that's there for a reason and I don't need to go that way. So let me try somewhere else. So yeah, I think it's good. What kind of forfeits would they be? I don't know. I mean, for one, I could ban you from the chat. That'd be number one. If you said to me, I haven't done the work, I'd ban you from the chat, which actually would mean that you wouldn't show up anyway. If you'd known you hadn't done the work, you wouldn't show up anyway, which means then suddenly you've got this 12 p.m. slot where you could get the work done. And actually, you know that I'm usually online for like at least an hour. So if you're able to get that work done, let's say you start at 11:30 and you're like, oh shit, you know, I'm in the middle of this. I don't want to finish it. Let me finish it. And I come to 12:30. I'll still be online, right? So I could ban you from the chat. That's one. I'm just trying to think. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. So I don't know what they would be. But I'm sure that there are things I could do. I could send emails. I could start spamming your chat. Not spamming like loads of messages. But I could go to your YouTube page. And I could start commenting, being like, you ain't done your work. You need to do your work. This is not what you need to be doing. That's mean. I don't really want to do that. That's an asshole thing to do. No, I don't want to do that. That's horrible. But I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I don't know what the forfeits could be because actually there's not a lot. There's not a lot that I could really do here. The only thing I have power over is stopping you from using the chat. That's it. But that makes me sad because I'm like, well, then I want you to be part of this. But then that's the incentive. I want you to be part of this. I love it when you're here. I love it when you comment and engage and contribute. So it'd be a shame that you didn't get the work done and therefore you couldn't contribute. We both lose when you don't do the work. And actually, that'll be the truth. And I think that's the forfeit, really. We both lose when you don't do your work. We do. And it sucks. So I think that would be it. That would be all I'd say is we both lose because I wouldn't, if you'd said you didn't do the work, then I'd just be like, well, then you can't be here because you haven't earned this. You could put it like that. We could put it like that, Twigsy. And I'm still giving you the choice. I'm not saying we do that because I don't have to ask you. I could leave you alone with it. You could just get on with it all by yourself. It's your call. It's your call. Yeah, it is. It's completely up to you. Procrastination, though. Let me look at this. I'm going to read a little bit into this because I know that there's a lot to be said. I'm going to leave the chat up so I can see you guys bringing your things in. And the funny thing is, there are so many books. I put in procrastination, right? If I looked at shopping, where's shopping? Shopping, procrastination. Right. There's a book. There's another book. There's another book. There's another book. There's, hang on. Oh, hang on. If I put books on procrastination, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's page basically, and it keeps going. There's so many books on procrastination, it's ridiculous. And the irony I found in books on procrastination is that they almost become a procrastination of themselves. Yeah, you're right on forfeits. Okay, fine. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that to you because, yeah, no, I'm going to do that. I mean, what I could do is actually I could take points off your final score in a quiz. That's what I could do. So if you don't get your work done and you come into a live and you tell me you haven't got your work done, then yeah, I could take points off. That could be the other thing. So let's have a look. Right, procrastination. Let's see where My favorite book was I Know What to Do, So Why Don't I Do It? That's a really good book. I like that one. So there's a website called procrastination.com. Here we go. Let me read through this. I'm going to read through this and we'll oh gosh, there's a lot here. Tell me when you want me to stop, I guess, because there's a lot here, but maybe it won't take so long. We'll see. Right. Why fight procrastination? While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away. Seneca. Procrastination is one of the main barriers blocking you from getting up, making the right decisions, and living the dream life you've thought of. Recent studies have shown that people regret more the things they haven't done than the things they have done. In addition, feelings of regret and guilt resulting from missed opportunities tend to stay with people much longer. It's true. Actually, one of the biggest regrets, and I actually will say this to you all now, and I'm not even, this isn't like some thing, this is genuinely one of the biggest regrets in my life, has actually been not doing my homework. And I'm not even joking. Not even exact. I'm not trying to be all, do your homework, kids. I'm genuinely saying to you, and it's not even to do with my level of perceived intelligence or anything. It has impacted my social life. It has impacted my capacity to work. It's impacted my self-esteem. It impacted my sense of confidence. It impacted my ability to learn. It messed with me massively. Like, that was one of the regrets that really stuck with me, is the fact that I didn't work enough in school. And I've even thought about going back to college and doing my GCSEs again. I mean, I got my GCSEs. I didn't fail them, but I just wanted to go back again because I was like, I want to fill that gap and really do it. So yeah, that was honestly one of my big regrets. Sometimes all our opportunities seem to be on our fingertips, but we can't seem to reach them. When you procrastinate, you waste time that you could be investing in something meaningful. If you can overcome this fierce enemy, you'll be able to accomplish more, and in doing so, better utilize the potential that life has to offer. We now know that the world today is conducive to procrastinating, and learning how to overcome it is therefore one of the most important skills you can learn. So why do people procrastinate? Willpower is often perceived to be the leading cause of procrastination, but it is mainly our intrinsic motivation that helps us to overcome the habit of putting things off on a daily basis. Right, decision paralysis. The number of opportunities that today's world offers is staggering. Modern society idolizes individual liberty in the belief that the freer people are, the happier they will be. So then why aren't people today significantly happier than in the past? Because with more freedom to make our own decisions and to perform our actions, we have become easily confused about what is a priority, what is essential and what is not, and with what is right and wrong. And therefore, we have become demotivated to do anything at all. We need to set straight our values and personal visions and to cultivate our positive habits. This is the essential thing that can help us overcome not only procrastination, but also all the other obstacles that life brings. Ignoring the value of time. We were all born, and unfortunately, at some point, we'll all die too. The time we spend on Earth is both limited and finite. In light of these facts, time is the most valuable commodity you have. It's not money. Unlike time, you can borrow money, save, or earn more. You can't do that with time. Every single second you waste is gone forever. The mere realization that life is finite leads people to begin managing their time more carefully. It makes you think about how you would ideally like to spend your time on Earth. That's true, actually. It sounds morbid, but the fact that I know at some point I will no longer be here has actually been a heavy motivator for me to sometimes get stuff done. And it feels morbid, but it is just a truth. And it's not in a case of, oh, I'm going to die anyway. It is just a case of, I am going to die at some point. There will be a time where I will look back on this moment and I will realize that I could have done it differently. And I don't want to have that moment where I look back and go, oh, I could have done that differently. Thankfully, now I live in the present where I realize that me doing that the year ago, 2 years ago has really paid off, but I'm constantly doing that. At some point, I could look back at this moment and go, you could have used that time better. And I don't want that judgment, because that's not a great feeling, because you can't do anything about it. So, yeah. So here we go. Lack of self-discipline. Yeah. So thank you, Ethan. Exactly. We're only alive for a blip. as it is. So make our time count. Precisely. We've got to make that time count. And that doesn't always mean like if we're playing video games or hanging out with our friends and stuff that we shouldn't be doing that. It's a case of, are you making the most of whatever you're doing with your time? Like, for example, before this, I actually was playing a city builder game, right? And I was really enjoying myself with that. And I was getting really into it and I was enjoying it. It was really relaxing and peaceful. And I didn't feel any guilt about not doing anything else because I was involved in it. I was engaged in it. I really wanted to make the most of my city. So that was fine for me. And I was okay with that. But I wouldn't be making the most of that time if I was guilting myself into thinking you should be doing something else, right? That's not making the most of my time by making myself feel bad about what I'm doing. If I'm going to spend that time, make the most of it, right? That's it. Be as in that moment as you can, because we cannot regret the moments that we feel bad in. We can't. It's impossible. So here we go. Lack of self-discipline. You can imagine self-discipline or self-control as a moment when you give yourself orders, but you are having a hard time following them. It is not the primary cause of procrastination, but an important compound. To be disciplined, you need to have the correct type of motivation and learn to maintain and work on positive habits. So there's now types of motivation. There's extrinsic motivation. So rewards and punishments and carrots or carrots and sticks were developed to force people into performing actions they would never consider on their own. But when people do things they don't want to do, they are less happy and their brains release less dopamine. Many studies have confirmed that using extrinsic motivation lowers performance in activities that require even a little brain work and creativity. So what they're saying is that a motivation that's outside of us or something that's like, extended from us sometimes doesn't work. So someone can basically someone can say, I'll give you this much money to do this, but that much money may not actually make you feel really that great, because you're like, well, it's not worth it. That's not worth it. So for example, a paycheck may not be enough for you to feel motivated to do your job. And that could be what they mean. Goal-based. This motivation drives people forward, causing them to work hard for their goals, which means that sooner or later they will indeed achieve them. And when that finally does happen, a one-time dose of dopamine is released, resulting in an intense emotion of joy. The problem is that what follows next is a phenomenon known as hedonic adaptation. This causes people to get accustomed to their accomplished goals unexpectedly. A few minutes, hours, or most days upon reaching a goal, positive feelings will disappear. Now, this actually is, funnily enough, how addictions kick in. This is what addiction is. Goal-based motivation is closely connected to that. When you start, you get a little kick from that thing. You're like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, great. Because you've achieved something. But then you achieve it again. And it's the same kind of level of achievement. You're like, cool, great. Then you achieve it again and again. And eventually you're like, all right, I'm getting used to this. This isn't a reward anymore because I know what's coming. So you need to build on that. You need it to be a bigger goal, a better goal. And it needs to have more impact. And eventually you're kind of like, this isn't doing it for me. And so you eventually kind of lose track of it and you lose motivation because you realize the goal's going to be the same thing. And that's how addiction can kick in and leave you feeling quite bad and quite crap because what used to bring you joy doesn't anymore. Also, yeah, that's also how you can lose motivation, because let's say if you're doing maths and you reach a certain sum and you're doing that sum and you're understanding multiplication more and you're getting it. Eventually that sensation of, oh, I understand it now, I'm really proud of myself because I learned something, will go away because you understand it. You get it. You're not feeling like, oh, well done, pat on the back. Which is why I do say we should give ourselves pats on the back for the little things, because that's what this is based on. We can give ourselves pats for the little things, because otherwise what we're going to do is our expectations of our achievement will start to go outside of the realms of what we're already doing, which we can give ourselves pats on the back for. And therefore, we're no longer rewarding ourselves and giving ourselves that sense of dopamine for actually achieving stuff that, some people can't do, right? And that we couldn't previously do that we can now do, right? So there is that as well. Intrinsic motivation, it's the most powerful one. Meaning and vision provide long-lasting and satisfying motivation. When people see the purpose in their actions, particularly when they actually want to perform these actions, one of the strongest forms of motivation arises. It is called the intrinsic journey-based motivation. This type of motivation is based on the concept of having a personal vision. Unlike chasing goals, a personal vision is an expression of something lasting. It answers the question of how you would most like to spend your time in life. It focuses on actions, not results. It focuses on the journey, not the destination. Oh no, the dog shat in the kitchen. That's a pain in the ass. So that last one is the one that I would like to focus on most often for people, and what I focus on the most. How would I like to be in this journey? How would I like to take action? What kind of things? And this is it. For me, I have the goal at the end, but actually what I look at is how do I want to get to that goal? What are the things that I want to do day to day that will help me get there? Because that's what's going to motivate me to do it. It's not actually the goal itself. It's how I go about doing it. I want to have as much fun as possible getting there. So for me, I that's my motivation. What's the fun way for me to do that? And unfortunately, right now, the fun way for me is actually not available to me because we're quarantined, so that's a shame. But it's there nonetheless. So sorry, it's really bugging me. This thing. There we go. So yeah, that becomes the intrinsic motivation. The motivation is the journey. How am I getting there? And I'm more likely to get stuff done because the micro actions I will enjoy and they're fun for me and they connect to the kind of person that I am. So yeah, right. What procrastination is not. What I might do is breeze over these because there's still a lot to go. We're not even halfway through this page. Procrastination is not laziness. Relaxation is not procrastination, right? Here's myths that they've busted as well. We work better under pressure. That's a myth. I think what's best to say is there's a certain amount of pressure we can reach where actually it's not motivating at all. So a little bit of pressure works, but too much pressure doesn't. So here we go. How to stop procrastinating. So have a personal vision, right? This personal vision is one of the core tools. It helps you understand your skills and priorities. And by creating one, you will never feel lost in what it is that you want to do in your life, what it is that you want to do in your life. The personal vision as well helps you focus your effort on the right activities and set priorities to avoid continually switching between actions. Understand what motivates you, and you'll be able to maintain your discipline and make the most out of each day. Here we go. Another one. Veronica spoke about this. A to-do today. Long to-do lists tend to pile on, and this leads to procrastination. Seeing the long list of tasks can frustrate us so much that we have tendencies to give up on them completely. The to-do today method is there to help you get the most important and urgent tasks done every day, while also helping you prioritize the work on your schedule and limit new tasks. With its help, you'll be able to manage much more in a day with less stress and tiredness. A habit list. I don't need to speak much more on that, but yeah, a list of habits each day. Meeting with yourself. And that is the end. Okay, that's the end of the page. Good. So meeting with yourself. Have a chat with yourself each day and just check in and make sure you're doing the things you need to do. Whew. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send that page over to you as well so you can have a look at it in more detail. So there it is. Fantabulous. Oh, my goodness me. So much. I'm going to have a sip of tea. So actually, I know. Okay. Oh, I see. Right. No. What about this one? Oh, nice. Okay, 7 questions. Okay, so what we're going to do is wait for Twigsy to come back, and we're going to do a quiz. All right. In the meantime, though, guys, what are your plans for the weekend? Because, like I said, I'm going to finish the Marvel Universe films. My sister's birthday, so we're hosting. She's doing a kind of a Zoom call or whatever, and we'll be on like having a little party there. Then I don't know what else I actually plan to do, to be honest. Not sure. I don't really have much plans. I spend time with my partner, really. Go for a walk tomorrow, which is usually on the list. And yeah, that's about it. Not really much else. What are you guys planning? What have you got in store? Ethan, actually, I do want to ask you, how have things gone with regards to your gaming? Because have you given yourself any kind of big tasks that you can achieve and stuff? I didn't get your Iron Man quote. Oh, was that an Iron Man quote? Is that? Hang on. Is that an Iron Man quote? Is it from what film? Which film is it from? Hang on. Where is it? Where is it? I'm trying to find it. No, I can't find it. Damn it. Which film? Iron Man 1. Okay. We're only live for a blip as it is, so make your time count. It's like right at the beginning, isn't it? It's something like that. I think that makes sense. Or is it towards the end? It's when he's making his talk. I can't remember. Either it's when he's presenting Jericho or when he's at the end when he's about to say he's Iron Man. I think that's right. But yeah, you lost 250 megabytes. Oh, mate, how did that happen? Why? Oh, and Veronica, what would you like to do for the weekend? Ethan, mate, that sucks, dude. That really sucks. Oh, he's in the cave when Yesen dies. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't get the Iron Man quote. It's been a while since I watched that. I watched that one like 3 weeks ago, and I've watched a lot of films since then. So pardon me. I'm sorry. I overlooked it completely. My bad. I'm on Infinity War now, so we watched that last night. So the last two films are Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Endgame. I'm really excited to watch them, man. Endgame, just those films are just so good, so good. And I every now and then I watch them, and I'm like, I'm watching. I don't mean to poo-poo it, but I'm watching like men and women in costumes and capes and stuff, and I don't know. But I love it. I love it to bits. I think it's amazing. I think it's so cool. So like no shade at all on it. It's just they're so well done. And the theme tune is incredible. And it just gets me all fired up. And I love it. I think it's fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, I got corrupted. Oh, mate. Ethan, man, that really sucks, dude. That really sucks. That must have been hours and hours and hours of gaming that's lost. So I'm really sorry to hear that. Which was it all of your save games, or was it just a couple of games you were on? Hey, Twigsy, how was the dog poop? Was it easy to clean? Did it get cleaned up nice and easily? And Veronica, yeah, what would you like to do this weekend? Because you haven't answered yet. You haven't told us what you'd like to do this weekend. What would you like to do this weekend? How would you like to spend your time? Dear Daddy. It's me. Do a little song there. 2 games. Oh, mate. Which ones were they? I'm worried that one of them was GTA 5 because I think that one would hurt the most. I couldn't imagine what it'd feel like to lose a GTA 5 save because that, yeah, no, not happy about it. You're probably going to do some more tie-dye. Hopefully it works out this time. What happened the last time? I didn't get any pictures. You didn't send it. You didn't email me anything. What happened? How did it go? Thanks, dog. Thank you, dog. Just wash my hands. I've got eye goop on it. Thank you, dog, for pooing on the carpet. Really appreciate it. Where's my towel gone? Oh, for God's sake, everything's all over the place. Such a pain. Why? I know I shouldn't be doing my household chores right now, but I am. Get over it. I'm hanging my towel up. You can deal with it. All of you, just deal with it. Just deal with it. Okay, I'm coming back. Didn't do much, to be honest. Oh, Minecraft. Oh, mate. That's no. Because I can only imagine that you've spent quite a bit of time on that. Borderlands 3, I'm sure it still sucks because, yeah, you'd have to do everything again. That sucks, man. That really blows. I probably would. I don't know what you're going to do, but if that happened to me, I would leave that game alone for a very long time because the level of frustration would just hurt me. I would leave that game alone for so long. I would, but obviously you can decide. You might just jump straight back into it, but that sucked. Yeah. It didn't do much, to be honest. Okay. What's going on there? Have I got moisturizer crust on my head in my ear? I think I do. What's going on with my face, man? There's just stuff falling off it all the time. I'm kind of gross, really. Let's be real. Okay. Right. You have to start again. Power to you, Ethan. You're doing something I could not. If I lost the save game on anything, I would just give up. I would literally just be like, nah, screw it. I'm going to put it away for a while. I'm going to leave it. Forget it. I'll come back to you later. I'll just completely give up. Rage quit for everything. Seriously. Be livid. Right. Okay, let's see the quiz. The quiz is nice and short, nice and easy. Round 1, and I'm just going to get up the things there. Ethan, you in? You playing? Veronica, you're playing. Twigsy, you're playing the quiz. We're doing the quiz. Yeah, we're doing the quiz. Yeah, we're gonna do the quiz today. I noticed Jack hasn't logged in since I told him off for trying to peddle drugs on my live chat, and I'm wondering if he's all right. He's realised he can't do his drug deals here. Yeah, you're in. Cool, Twigsy. What you saying? What you saying, Twigsy? What you saying? Can I squeeze this up in the top corner? Does that still fit? Oh, it does. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Here we go. Right. Okay. Right. I'm going to repurpose all of this. That's more like it. I don't know why I wasn't doing this before. I can fit all screens in. I can fit the live stream. I can fit the scoreboard and the questions all on my screen. And I always knew I could do this, but I didn't think to do it. So now I can see all of it. I'm not moving the bloody pages around all the time. Hello. Oh, do you want to say hi to everyone? Have you come back to say hello? Come on then, one time. So you weren't here when he first came up on my lap. He dribbled all over me. It was disgusting. You're disgusting. Wait, how do I convince someone to take me somewhere? I want to go to a local reservoir, but nobody else wants to go and I can't drive. How do you convince someone to do something? Twigsy, how do you convince someone to do something they don't want to do? You would have to set a really important... I tell you what you could do. Make out that it's a school project. That's what I would do. I pretended it was something that I need to do for college. And as one of your daily trips out. I mean, that's a bit mean, but you know, try it, risk it. Before that, because actually I realized you can get a lot of people in trouble for suggesting that college suggested that. What I would also do is, well, actually, if you look at the motivation thing, what you have to go really deep into what you would get out of it personally. And then maybe see if you could share that motivation with the person who drive you there. So like, see if there's something that they would get out of it too. You know, like it'd be a really nice day trip out. It would be a really nice opportunity for us to go somewhere, be part of nature, get out of the house, you know, just spread our wings a little bit because we've been stuck indoors for 5 weeks and it kind of sucks. Something along those lines, I reckon. I reckon that'd be a good one. Right. 6 weeks. No, we've been in for 6 weeks. Yeah. So that's what I would do. 6 weeks. We've been inside. We're stuck in, you know, let's go outside. Let's spend some time in nature. Good quality time together. See, Veronica's on it as well. Okay, here we go. Round one. Procrastination and laziness are the same thing. Is that true, false? Is it a maybe or I don't know? A, B, C, or D? True, false, maybe, or I don't know. Procrastination and laziness are the same thing. If y'all were listening, you'd get this thing right. Okay, there you go, Twigsy. Good. Also false. Cool. So very quickly, what I would say, Twigsy, is you'd have to also give it, because you've only got your motivation. So you would need to inspire them to get their own level of motivation, understand it that way. Because otherwise, yeah, like there's nothing in it for them is what I'm saying. There's nothing in it for them. You would need to have a motivation for them to take you, right? And the only motivation is that it would make you feel good. That might not matter to them. No offense. Like, you get it. They might be feeling a bit selfish and be like, okay, fine, but I don't want to take you. So you'd have to make it, you have to give them a motivation to do it. Right. The awkwardness about this is that actually the correct answer to this quiz is it says it's true, but actually it's false. So, Ethan, I'm going to give you points for this as well, because technically you did get it right, but actually the correct answer is it's false. It's not. They're not the same. They're not the same at all. So that's what I'm going to do. There you go. You could certainly have a chat with your mum. So maybe make an agreement. If she wants to go somewhere with you, pick a place to go with her where she wants to go, and then you can go to the reservoir and go and you do that. So she wants to get out. But again, if she procrastinates, you need to play that game of we go at this time. This is when we go. Let's go at this time and convince them of that. Let's do this at this time. We need to be there by this time, right? Because it's the best time to be there. Do it that way. Number 2, procrastination is often a strategy used to manage struggles with what? Is it A, peer pressure, B, self-esteem, C, bullying, or D, hormones? Procrastination is often a strategy used to manage struggles with what? A, peer pressure, B, self-esteem, C, bullying, or D, hormones. What do we think the answer is? Cool. Amazing. A. Oh, okay. Well, everyone got that one wrong. Actually, the answer was B, self-esteem. It's actually self-esteem, because the reason that we procrastinate is, again, partially because we worry about how it will impact us personally. Peer pressure, isn't it? Not really. Procrastination has nothing to do with peer pressure. Very little to do with peer pressure. Number 3, all of these are external consequences of procrastination, except... So I'll actually, because this question is not asked very well, I'll reword it. Which of these is not an external consequence of procrastination? A, lost opportunities, B, anxiety, C, missed deadlines, or D, physical symptoms of stress? So which one of these is not an external consequence of procrastination? A, lost opportunities, B, anxiety, C, missed deadlines, or D, physical symptoms of stress? Ethan, you said A straight away. Did you mean to do that? You did it before I even gave you the answers. What are you doing? I don't think that... No, I'm not allowing that. You have to answer again. Do it again, because you answered before I gave you the answers. You just threw a letter in there. I don't know if you're just trying to spell out the alphabet. What are you doing? A, B, C, D. Wait. Oh, hello. Are you what? Are you meowing because it's warm there? I'm going to vacuum later. You're not going to like it, my man. I'm very sorry. Yeah. Well, I don't know what you want, though. You want to come up, don't you? You clearly want to come up here. All right. Come on. No, you don't want to come up. Well, what do you want then? If you don't want to come up here, then what do you want? You think I'm just going to stroke you right there? No, my friend. We're not doing it. No. Can I say them one more time? 7. Thanks, Ethan. Right. Which of these is not an external consequence of procrastination? A, lost opportunities, B, anxiety, C, missed deadlines, or D, physical symptoms of stress? Yes. Mm-hmm. So what's Ethan going to guess? Is Ethan going to guess a letter or a number? That's the new quiz. Bonus points. So Tweety says B. Veronica, where have you gone? You've disappeared into the ether. Where are you? And Ethan, what's your guess? Are you sticking with A or are you going to stick with 7? Ethan says C. Okay, cool. Veronica, 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 Veronica. This is starting to lose all meaning, isn't it? This is starting to lose all meaning. Veronica, Veronica, Veronica. This is punishment. This is what happens when you don't turn up, when you don't answer. Basically, I say your name until it means nothing, and that means you mean nothing. It's really harsh. Wow. Wow, Dan. Just say it how it is, huh? Bloody hell. Okay, do you know what? For the sake of time, I'm just going to have to move on because Veronica's not here. So there we go, round 4. And by the way, the answer was B, anxiety. That's an internal consequence. So well done, Twigsy. Good stuff. There we go. Round 4. Okay. Which one of these is not an internal consequence of procrastination? A, anxiety, B, depression, C, harsh self-judgment, or D, trouble at school. Which one of these is not an internal consequence of procrastination? A, anxiety, B, depression, C, harsh self-judgment, or D, trouble at school. Which one is not? Not internal. Oh, Ethan said 7 again. I love it. You're playing that game. That's good stuff, man. Play it outside the box. Don't play by the rules. Don't play by the rules, Ethan. Think outside the box. I mean, you're not going to get any points for that, but still. Hey, I see you, man. Playing outside the rules. Yeah. Indeed it is. It's D. Well done, everyone. Good stuff. Excellent. I don't know where Veronica's gone. I hope she's all right. She just disappeared off the face of the earth. We'll see. We'll see how she is. Number 5. Which one of these is not a common... Wait, hang on. Okay, which of these is the least common anxiety linked to procrastination? Which is the least common anxiety linked to procrastination? A, fear of failure. B, fear of success. C, fear of withdrawal. And D, fear of feeling controlled. Boop. No, you don't care? You just want to be stroked. You're such a spoiled brat, honestly. Oh, I see. Veronica, hang on. You get a call from college. Who's more important, Veronica? Me or you? Me or them? Don't answer the first one. Me or them? Hey, who's more important? How dare you? How dare you? Unbelievable. So Tweety says C. While I wait for Ethan's answer, Veronica, 2 questions I asked. Which of these is not an external consequence of procrastination? You couldn't hang up on Adam. Yeah, you could. He was actually just emailing me as well. So you could have hung up on him. Just be like, whatever, Adam, bye. Click. So number 3. He is lovely. You're right. I'm joking. We love Adam. Which of these is not an external consequence of procrastination? A, lost opportunities. B, anxiety. D, missed deadlines. Or C, A, lost opportunities. B, anxiety. C, missed deadlines. Or D, physical symptoms of stress. Which of those is not an external consequence? B, well done. Good. I like that you're fast on this one. The next question, number 4. Which of these is not an internal consequence of procrastination? A, anxiety. B, depression. C, harsh self-judgment. Or D, trouble at school. And then we'll get to number 5. And that's where we are. And then I'll be able to say what the scores were. You said D. Well done. Good. Good. Excellent. And then finally, question 5. Which is the least common anxiety linked to procrastination? Is it A, fear of failure, D, B? My God. A, fear of failure, B, fear of success, C, fear of withdrawal, or D, fear of being controlled? Oof. You said B. Right, cool. So that answer actually is C. So both Ethan and Twigsy, well done. You get points there. Veronica, unfortunately, you missed out. It's fine, everyone. Don't worry. I didn't cover my mouth. Oh, COVID everywhere. Oh, no, this is it. I'm in my own hive of COVID-19. Sorry, Cal, I got you sick. But terrible. Right. Okay, here we go. Number 6. Number 6. Number 6, I said. Number 6. Right. Procrastination is a good thing. True or false? Procrastination is a good thing. True or false? What are we saying, Ethan? What do you reckon? Are you going to give us a 7? Give us a 7, Ethan. Or just answer the question. Give us a 7 and answer the question. Throw in a 69, 420. Whatever. Give us what you want. What do you think the answer is, Ethan? What do you reckon? Procrastination is a good thing. True or false? False. Okay, good. Well, the answer is both true and false. It's good and false 69. All right. Woo! Procrastination is both a good and a bad thing. And this is why it's good. It's bad because, as we know, it builds up pressure, builds up stress. We're not getting stuff done. We leave things to the last minute, yada, yada, yada. Sometimes procrastination is a bad thing because sometimes when we wait on things, not on purpose, when we wait by accident on things, sometimes we actually come into a more creative place with a task, and we actually can figure out a better way to get something done. Sometimes procrastination is because we don't know the best way to approach something, so we leave it alone. Whereas actually that time spent procrastinating can give us the opportunity to think of a better way to do something. And then suddenly we're like, oh, that's how I'm going to do it. Done. So it's good and bad, believe it or not. It has its pros, but people see it as a bad thing because they leave everything to the last minute. They get stressed about it. But if we repurpose how we procrastinate, then actually we can come to a place of, oh, that's how I can do it. Cool. So it's not always a bad thing. Not always a bad thing. Number 7. Oh, I did. Did I give everyone points for that? I did. No, I didn't give everyone points for that. So burp and burp and burp. Cool. Next one, number 7. If you procrastinate, you will not succeed in life. True or false? I really wish I could just show you what this cat's doing right now. There's such a better way to do. There really is a better way to do all of this. Amazing. Tracy says false. Ethan says 420. And Veronica says false. You all say false. Good. Well, you're all correct. Fantastic. Good. All correct. It is indeed false. Number 8. Oh, no, that's it. That's it. 69, 420. Blaze it. Woo! Excellent. Well, yes, good. That's it. That's actually the end of the quiz. We're done. We're done. I forgot there was only 7 questions to this one. So this is good. This is a good turnout because joint second for this quiz is indeed Ethan and Veronica. Well played. Dab on the haters. But the winner, that means the winner today is Twigsy with 30 points. Well done. Dab on the haters. Dabbing on the haters. Dabbing on them 420. Let's all do a dab 420 on all of them because, you know, it's the way to live, right? Dab 420. Dab 420 on everybody. Even on you, Dexter. That's right. Yeah. Dab 420. How you like them apples, huh? Meow. Yeah? Okay. I mean, we're just looking at each other. That's all that happened, really. I love it. How do you keep winning? All right, Twigsy. There's no need to, no need to flex on us like that. Chill out. I just put a puffy skeleton sticker on my monitor. Is it dabbing? Is it dabbing on the haters? I have a feeling it's not. But, whatever. Everyone, thank you very much. That's it for today. That is it. I love how it's a dab, but actually when you look in when I look in my the script, right? So actually in order to get the dab emoji, what it actually says is elbow cough. It's an elbow cough. It's not a dab. It's an elbow cough. But apparently we all elbow cough like this. So, yeah. There you go. You got this. What's this one? Virtual hug. Good vibes. Learning. Oh, that's fun, isn't it? Video call. Thanks, Doc. Elbow bump. We love to see it. I'll see you on Monday. Now, hang on. Monday. This is important. This is actually important. I'm going to need you all on Monday to be ready with this. And actually, Twigsy, this works for you because technically you'll already be working. You're going to need to get a pen and paper for Monday. Pen and paper Monday. You need it. All right? Because we're going to go through this. Remember? We're going to go through this on Monday. A4 bit of paper is best, but just something where you can make a lot of notes, a notebook of sorts. But you'll need to have one for Monday. All right? So make sure you're ready with that. Maybe do that right now. Jump on, just quickly after this, go and find a notebook and pen and pad. Write down for Monday on it somewhere and get it ready because we're going to need this. That's going to be what we do on Monday. All right? So have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Much love to all. Miss you guys loads. Really looking forward to going back to college and seeing all your wonderful faces again. But otherwise, have a great weekend. And of course, I will see you on Monday. Much love. Ta-ta and goodbye.